Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. This is a 2011 Chevrolet Malibu LT model. Customer states grinding noise while driving. Odometer states, I just missed it, 152,982 miles on the clock. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start the engine. We're gonna get this thing out on the ROAD and see if we cannot duplicate said grinding noise. Backing up. So stay tuned because this is gonna be a very good video. Opening the hood. Gravity. I hear some clunky noise. All right, let's get out of here. No, I'm not gonna buy an automatic gate opener. That's not my gate. I don't own that gate, so I'm not gonna buy a gate opener for that gate. I can open it and close it. No worries. I do a lot of big jobs here, so I'm not in and out of the parking lot all the time. So the investing into that giant gate is not really the best idea for me at this current point in time. Now, if the day ever comes where I own the gate, that's a different story. Anyway, back to our task at hand. We're riding along, approximately 34 miles per hour, and I can hear like a helicopter buzzing noise. You guys hear that? Changes pitch. When we side load the bearings, or the steering, this leads me to believe, based on what I hear so far, that the left front wheel bearing has got some kind of an issue, and that's the noise that we're hearing. So let's swing this thing back around. I mean, I could be wrong, it could be something else, but right now I do believe that's a wheel bearing sound, so that's what we're gonna go with so far. Yep, hear it, grindy. Ooh, and it kind of pulls left when we brake too. Yeah, I bet that thing's like worn and falling out. Left turn. Okie dokes, we return to the shop. Let's get this thing up on the lift and see what we've got to work with here. Okay, so I've got a long-term project kind of in the works on the big rack. So we're just gonna back this thing in right there on the smaller big rack, because I don't like to work on the front of the cars on the smaller rack because there's not very much space in front of it. You know, we're making the best use of the space that we have to work with here. So I kind of have to do things a little bit differently. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Most of the time. Man, it is super windy today. I think there's like a cold front out there or something like that, because the winds are blowing hard. There's like a dust bowl coming through the parking lot here. That's why I can't keep my truck clean. Too much wind, too much dirt. Anyway, enough with the weather. Let's get this thing into the shop, on the rack, up in the air, and we will inspect what's up with our flippy floppy noise grindy helicopter sound from down below. All right, parking the auto. Powering down. Looking good, looking good. Okie dokes, rack is set. Moving on up. All the way up. Malibu. Oh, by the way, since we're here, don't forget, black subscribe button. There we go, on the locks, safety. All right, here's our left front. Yeah, I can feel it kind of grindy, even at slow speed. And it's a little loose based on the sound. What we see here, I think we're good to go to move on this bearing. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out. It's got a broken stud too, see that? It's not good. About to have two broken studs. Hot. Ring, got it. Let's see what we got here. Rotor looks good. Brake pads, decent. A little warm. I'm gonna turn that guy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull the brake caliper, the bracket, pads, the rotor off of there. We're gonna take the axle nut off, push the axle in slightly, and then we can unbolt the hub assembly and remove that from the steering knuckle. All right, we're going in with some 14mm action. We'll pull the slide pins out for the brake caliper here. Set that thing aside. come off. And keep digging. Got a little hanger here for the caliper, that way it doesn't have to hang off of the hose. I mean, you know, you can kind of get away with that with these aluminum calipers because they're silly lightweight, but best practice is to not let the hose take the weight. There we go. Pull these pads out real quick. Yeah, about 40% worn, not too bad. Those can stay for now. Okay, we need 15 mil for the caliper bracket bolts. Unclicks. There we go. Rotor's coming off. And now we can see our hub assembly right here. Okay, we are going to need some lubricant right here on that axle nut. Give that a squirt. And I think I grabbed a 35 mil. Hope that's it. Loud noises. Hot. Friction. All right, so right here we can see the end of the axle shaft coming through the bearing. We need to kind of press that through so the bearing can come off. So let's get this a little bit more lubricant and we'll attack it with some loud noises. See that? Free. So now we can go back around to the back side of this knuckle, and there's 1, 2, and 3 15 mil bolts that are going to secure this bearing to the knuckle. Let's get those guys out next. Oh, I lied. Those are 14s, not 15s. Let's try again. I lied. Those are 13s, not 14s. Let's try again. There we go. Got it. If you try every socket, eventually you'll find the one that fits. Get in here, please. Unclicks. That one's a little harder to get to. I need more extension. Actually, I'll tell you what, we're gonna switch it up. I'll use the driveline wobble socket. That should fit in there, no problem, right? Yep. I was going the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. That's 2. And then the third one is around the other side. Let's turn this guy. A little more, okay. And we'll move around over here and get our third fastener, that one right down there. Again, loud noises coming in. There we go. That's all 3. Good. And we're backing up one more time. Let's go ahead and apply some linear impacts to this guy and see if we can't knock it loose from the knuckle. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just give her some wax right here and it might wiggle the thing out. I may need to use a slide hammer, but I think it'll come out without. Yep. Loose. Okay, we have an wheel speed sensor connector right here. The wheel speed sensors or ABS sensors are located within the bearing assembly itself. Tires. Unconnected. There we go. And this whole unit is going to slide out. And voila, one hub bearing assembly. Oh yeah, it feels totally crusty. Can you guys hear that? Nice. Okay, so on the surface here, we've got a bit of corrosion and looks maybe even like some kind of gasket material in there. Anyway, we're gonna polish all that off with a sanding wheel. Make it nice and shiny. Beautiful. Okay, let's undust our surface here. grabbed an empty one. So I brought a backup from the backup. Get our splines nice and clean. Woohoo! Okie dokes, got a new bearing here, fresh out of the box. It's a Timken bearing, not an El Cheapo. Let's see, does this stay here? No, this thing comes off. Seems like a lot of plastic just to hold the cable. Oh well. So what we need to do, set up our backing plate, which goes in that direction so it can accommodate the caliper. And then our wire comes through right here on this side. So we're gonna feed this guy in past the CV axle. Let's see how this is gonna work. Come on, get in there. It won't run into the risk of touching and rubbing on the axle if it's routed properly. Just need to squeeze it through. There we go. Now, wires at the top. These are in the right spot. Let's line it up and start feeding the bolts into it. Come on, Axle, get in there. What are we doing? The axle doesn't want to pass through the bearing. What is this? There we go. It wasn't straight, the splines. I had it misaligned ever so slightly. Right there, right there, and caption seated almost. There, right there. Let's put the nut on there so I don't forget. And we'll start with the easiest bolt first, which is going to end up being this interior bolt on this side. Let's feed that guy through. We'll get it through the backing plate, and then we'll line up the flange on the bearing and start the threads. As always, I'm not going to tighten this down until all of the bolts on the component have been threaded. There we go. Let's plug it in. Clicks, and in the bracket. Oh, that was not the right bolt. I grabbed the wrong one. That was a caliper bracket bolt. The blue ones are the bolts for the bearing. That could have been bad later on. Okay, second bolt right here. We'll do that one on the top. That one's threaded. And third bolt on the bottom. And that one's threaded. Cool. Let's get some forward action on these threads. I didn't get them in by hand very deeply, so we're gonna thread them some more before torquing the assembly. Come here. That one's in. Okay, threads are sufficiently started. Now we can apply some torque to these guys. Kick. So that's one on one side. Spin her around and get the remaining two on the other side over here. Twice click. Whoa. A little bit on the axle nut. Torque that later. All right, brake rotor coming in. That's in position. Let's turn this hub some more. There we go. And we can hang our caliper brackets. Let's get this guy in. Again, 2 bolts. These are the 15s. Slide that guy in. There we go. Now we're all aligned. There's our top bolt. And bottom bolt. And we're not aligned, it's not threaded. Hang on, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Perfect. Let's get that top one in. Right there. Okay, 2 15s. Let's go ahead and run those down. Clicks. Can't reach that one. Need my extension. All right, got it. Coming in, extension. Begin tightening now. All right. Brake pads coming in. They're going in the same place where they came out. I'll use the witness marks to reference that. So we've got this round mark here. That's where the piston in the caliper is contacting it. So this is our inboard pad. And naturally the 2 fingers on the outside part of the caliper indicates the outboard pad. Slide that guy back in. All right, now we need to unhang our hung caliper. Get that guy out. Flip her around. And you know what, while I'm here, let's check these slide pins for lube. Come out. Yeah, that's kind of stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and lubricate these pins while we're here. There's really no reason not to. Get that old grease off. And we'll install some purple so you know it's good. There we go. Wipe off the extra and we'll fish this last one out. Get all that nasty off of there. Re-grease it. All right. Now, we'll get our caliper back in, we'll bolt this guy on, and we'll hit the road and check on that, that helicopter noise. 2 more bolts, 13 and a 13. Become aligned now. Gotta wiggle it. There we go. And top one, like so. Couple more clicks with the 13. Wrong way. I lied, 14. Didn't we just do this exercise? We did. Click. There we go. There we go. Not yet. More. There we go. And we'll get our wheel installed here. Slide that guy in. 4 lug nuts, and I looked through my stash, and I actually I have another one of these. So we're gonna have 5 lug nuts when we're done. All the way down. All right, a little bit more torque wrench action here. And we're good to go. 100 pounds. Clicks. All right, let's clear the rack and go out and take this thing back out on the road. There's one. Let's pull that one out. Let me kick the other side out and we'll get out of here. Ooh, what you got there?
Step stool.
It's a baby step stool.
Yeah.
Put it next to, put it with the big grown-up step stool. Yeah, let's stick it over here. Right. That's really cool.
I think that glows in the dark too.
Nice.
Those reflectors.
That's a bad unit. I like it.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's gonna come in handy.
I know I'm gonna use it.
That's because you're shorter. See you later. Bye. I'd be lost without the wife unit. Raw. All right, let's go fire this bad boy up, hit the road. See how it sounds. Restarting the engine. Door ajar. Tire warning light is on. I checked all the pressures. 2 of them were low, but it's flashing, so I'm pretty sure that it's got a bad sensor or something like that. Not our task at hand for today. We're just worried about helicopter noises. Anyway, let's get out of here, hit the road, reevaluate the sound of this particular unit, and we'll go from there. Rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, since the last test drive only took like half a block before we heard the noise, I imagined it's only going to take a half a block to confirm the absence of said noise. So we're probably not going to go very far. Let's find out. Traffic clear. We riding. Ring, ring. All right, quarter of a block, half a block. Nice. I hear no helicopter grindy noise. It still has some rattles and whatnot, but that buzzing helicopter noise is gone. Let's do a brake event and see if that pole goes away also. I hope it does. Yepper, good to go. I'm happy with this one. All right, guys, I'm gonna flip this thing around. We're going back to the shop. In fact, we're just gonna do a driveway 3-point turn right here. Bear with me while I maneuver. Oh, car coming, I'm not going anywhere. So close. Round 2, backing up. Successful test drive, successful repair. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, or this video helps you out in any way, please let me know about that in the comment section down below. Don't forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of Malibu day. Powering down. Goodbye, Malibu.